To prepare for the Colorado Electrical Master License exam, consider several test preparation courses and important requirements. Firstly, the Colorado Electrical Licensing Board, or CELB, offers a Master Electrician Exam Preparation course. This course includes online instruction and 2 days of live in-person review. Secondly, the Pikes Peak Electrical Joint Apprenticeship and Training Committee, or PPEJEC, provides a Master Electrician Exam Preparation class. This class covers the Colorado Electrical Code and exam content. Thirdly, Aurora Technical College offers an Electrical Master License Exam Preparation class. This class prepares individuals for both the written and practical exams. Be aware of certain test quirks and requirements. Master electricians in Colorado must operate as a business entity. This means you need to operate as a sole proprietorship, limited liability company, or corporation. Master electricians in Colorado must complete 12 hours of continuing education, or C, every 2 years. The Colorado Master Electrician exam includes a practical component. This practical component involves installing and inspecting electrical systems. The application process involves submitting proof of experience, education, and financial solvency. To prepare adequately, contact the CELB to obtain the official test application and review the requirements. Enroll in a test preparation course to familiarize yourself with the exam content and potential quirks. Consider taking the practical exam portion in Colorado to ensure familiarity with local practices. Study thoroughly and practice using sample exams to increase your chances of passing the first time. Familiarize yourself with the Colorado Electrical Code. This code is the set of regulations and standards governing electrical installations in the state. Obtain the most recent edition of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, which Colorado adopts and amends. Understand the Colorado-specific amendments. These amendments are changes or additions to the NEC that are unique to Colorado. These modifications reflect local conditions and regulatory requirement. Pay close attention to wiring methods. Understand acceptable wiring methods for different applications, including conduit, cable, and surface raceway systems. Be familiar with conductor types. Understand the different types of conductors, their insulation ratings, and appropriate uses. This knowledge is crucial for safe and compliant installations. Grounding and bonding are critical for electrical safety. Learn about grounding and bonding requirements to prevent electrical shock and ensure equipment protection. Overcurrent protection is essential for preventing fires and equipment damage. Understand the requirements for circuit breakers and fuses, including proper sizing and coordination. Control systems are used to manage and automate electrical equipment. Gain knowledge of control systems, including relays, contactors, and programmable logic controllers, or PLCs. Special occupancies, such as healthcare facilities and hazardous locations, have unique electrical requirements. Familiarize yourself with these specific requirements to ensure compliance and safety. Electrical plan reading involves interpreting electrical drawings and specifications. Develop your ability to read and understand electrical plans, including symbols, diagrams, and layouts. Calculations are an integral part of electrical work. Practice performing electrical calculations related to voltage drop, conduit fill, motor sizing, and load calculations. Voltage drop is the decrease in voltage along a conductor due to its impedance and the current flowing through it. Conductors should be sized so that the voltage drop does not exceed 3% for power, heating, and lighting circuits, or 5% for feeders plus branch circuits. This ensures efficient operation of equipment. Conduit fill refers to the percentage of space inside a conduit occupied by conductors. The NEC specifies maximum conduit fill percentages to prevent overheating and ensure proper wire pulling. Motor sizing involves determining the appropriate horsepower rating for a motor based on the load it will drive. Load calculations involve determining the total electrical load on a circuit or service. This is essential for selecting proper overcurrent protection and conductor sizes. Become familiar with relevant articles in the NEC. NEC Article 210.12 covers arc fault circuit interrupter protection. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCs, are required in many dwelling unit circuits to protect against arc faults, which can cause fires. NEC Article 250.50 covers grounding electrode system requirements. A grounding electrode system must be installed for grounding the electrical system. This typically includes a ground rod, metal water pipe, or concrete encased electrode. NEC Article 310.16 provides ampacity tables for conductors. Ampacity is the current carrying capacity of a conductor. These tables list the allowable ampacities for different conductor types and sizes. NEC Article 430.22 covers motor circuit conductor sizing. Motor circuit conductors must be sized to carry a specified percentage of the motor's full load current. NEC Article 450.3 covers transformer overcurrent protection. Transformers must be protected against overcurrent to prevent damage and fire hazards. Electrical safety is paramount. Always follow safe work practices, including lockout/tagout procedures, wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, and using insulated tools. Lockout/tagout procedures are used to de-energize electrical equipment before performing maintenance or repairs. Always verify that equipment is de-energized before working on it. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, includes safety glasses, gloves, and insulated footwear. Always wear appropriate PPE to protect yourself from electrical hazards. Insulated tools are designed to protect against electrical shock. Use insulated tools when working on only energized equipment. Understanding electrical theory is crucial for troubleshooting and problem solving. Review basic electrical concepts, including Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's laws, and power calculations. Ohm's law states the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. Voltage equals current times resistance. Kirchhoff's laws are used to analyze complex circuits. There are two Kirchhoff's laws. Kirchhoff's current law states that the sum of currents entering a node equals the sum of currents leaving the node. Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the sum of voltages around a closed loop equals zero. Power calculations involve determining the amount of electrical power consumed by a device or circuit. Power equals voltage times current. Review common electrical symbols used in electrical drawings and diagrams. These symbols represent various electrical components and equipment. Understand how to interpret these symbols to understand the layout and operation of electrical systems. Stay updated with changes to the NEC and local electrical codes. Electrical codes are updated regularly to reflect new technologies and safety standards. Participate in continuing education courses or seminars to stay informed about these changes. Practice with sample exam questions. This will help you familiarize yourself with the format and content of the exam. Review the solutions to these questions to understand the reasoning behind the correct answers. Get hands-on experience working with electrical systems. This will help you develop your skills and knowledge. Volunteer for electrical projects or work as an electrician's helper to gain practical experience. Seek guidance from experienced electricians or instructors. They can provide valuable insights and advice. Ask questions and participate in discussions to deepen your understanding of electrical concepts and practices. Remember that thorough preparation and a solid understanding of electrical codes and practices are essential for passing the Colorado Electrical Master License exam.